Welcome to the last in the present series of They Think It's All Over. With David and Lee is a man who's so famous for wearing gold jewellery that Coventry used to make him sleep in the trophy cabinet. Well, there's plenty of room, eh? Ron Atkinson. With Gary and Rory is a TV presenter who was brought up in Chalfont, St Peter and now lives in London, so inevitably she's a Manchester United fan. It's Zoe Ball. We open up with our goal celebrations round. We show the teams a goal being scored and then celebrated and ask why the players were doing what they were doing. Gary, Rory and Zoe. It's back to the 1950s and Hungary's finest hour and a half for you. Here's Sandor Hideguti scoring one of Hungary's 6 against England at Wembley back in 1953.
Seaball cutting in the outside left. Back to Puskás. It's a goal! Hideguti.
So, why the polite handshake, do we think?
Goal was made by Ferenc Puskás, one of the great players of all time. His nickname was the Cat, because he could lick his own bollocks, apparently.
His nickname was the Cat? Ferenc Puskás? The galloping major, wasn't it, Ron?
Who was the Cat then, Ron?
Bert.
Bert?
Bert Williams.
All right. That was the name of your cat, was it?
Correct.
Well, they're worried that extravagant goal celebrations might lead to players kissing each other and hugging each other, and who knows where it would end, you know, managers wearing jewellery and spending too long on a sunbed. You ever managed Arsenal, Ron?
Every time I played against them.
Oh, good answer. Yes, good answer.
Well, most times, anyway.
You can go now, Ron.
There's a number of people keep saying that to me.
What, really?
You can go now.
You must know.
You must know, Gary.
Why? Because we don't.
Incidentally, I was going to say, that was the first time England had been beaten at home by foreign opposition.
Correct.
In history.
Yes.
And they always make a lot about that. Do you know how many other teams at Wembley England had played by 1952?
Must have been all of a couple of dozen.
3. They played 3 teams. They played Austria, Belgium and Argentina. And they're always going on about that's the first time they were ever beaten at Wembley.
But it was the first time they were beaten.
At home by a foreign team, yeah. But they'd only played 3 before, do you see?
Yeah,
So
but they didn't lose those.
No, that's right. What I'm saying is it doesn't seem as impressive, you know, as it's made out to be.
Nobody's ever made it out to be.
It's a bit like being, you know, second highest goal scorer ever for England. Who cares?
You always fancied yourself as a bit of a striker, though, Nick, didn't you? You went on tour, didn't you, with the...
Yeah. OK,
Just embarrassed because they got so many goals at home to England and thought, well,
yeah.
we better be a little bit...
Yeah,
in case that upsets the English team.
You know, let's not
I'll
upset
give you
too
that.
many
They're
people.
actually warned, yeah. Here's Hungarian captain and living legend Ferenc Puskás, apparently nicknamed the Cat, to set the record straight.
Hát mi nagyon örültük a második gólnak, mert nagyon hiányzott egy-egy után, nagyon kellett a részünkre a gól.
So the lads got a bit carried away with the excitement of it all and were given a ticking off by the referee. That match was later marred by serious crowd trouble. A man in row L coughed without putting his hand to his mouth. One of the Hungarian players was later sent off for raising an eyebrow in a quizzical fashion. David, Lee and Ron, it's the magic of the FA Cup for you. Here's Matthew Billy Beale, bundling one in for Cambridge United against Welling in this season's first round of the FA Cup. The cameraman, by the way, was sitting in the seat I usually get.
This is high. Crosses to the near post, and it's touched in, I think, by Beale.
So what do you suppose that was in aid of?
Was it like the first bloke, right? He scored a goal, clearly, and he was just scratching his nuts. And all of a sudden he finds a stray hand there.
Ron used to be manager at Cambridge, didn't you?
That's right, yeah. But...
They never scored when you were there.
I was only there.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what we do when we score.
Is he doing that subtle thing that we all do when we think we've got a bit of BO? Everybody does it, don't they? Where you think you're a bit, you know, you're a bit iffy, and you think, I'll just check, and you do it in a subtle way that nobody knows, where you just go. Because that's what you do. Because you'll think, yeah, it's natural, isn't it? If I've got an itchy face, I always use my shoulder to do that. Obviously, Gary can't do that.
No, it just brings it down. As the option. It creates a sort of zone, isn't it?
Yeah, you could do. What, it hears the smell? Is that what you
Well, when it's humming, boy, is it humming.
Gary, can you go like that? Because I'm getting hot.
Yeah, and if you do it quick enough, it might do something about Zoe's hair as well. You've been in a car crash, Zoe.
Wasn't a train.
Was that a train? Is that what you're seriously asking?
Trying to...
I mean, talk about out of touch.
This could fall rather flat now.
Don't know what it is.
Well, let's let the ladies and gentlemen see.
We'll laugh.
I think it's going to be funny. Come round. He's good, this guy. Here it comes. Here it comes now. Any second now.
Was it the 4:45 into the Beezer Home League?
My mistake in time.
Good.
I do beg your pardon. I've wasted your time.
You know when I said, can I go now?
Yeah. Have you just been?
Can I go?
You don't have to ask, Dave. You're an adult now.
He does, though. I get phone calls in the middle of the night.
Can you just turn over and touch him?
Yeah.
I'm only joking, Nick. I'm only joking. No.
Wish Coventry had gone down.
We thought...
They will, they will.
Let me tell you, if the Titanic had been built in Coventry, that wouldn't have gone down. No way.
Well, not if it was still in Coventry.
I think we can guess what. Come on, we can guess.
We know what it is. We know exactly.
It's sort of like, it's like an elephant.
Elephants,
type thing,
okay.
isn't it?
Yeah. You're nearly there. I'll give you some points.
We
How much more
think they
do you
did
want?
that so they could be on this show doing their celebration.
Fair enough, yeah.
Now, I should get 5 for that because they were on 3 other shows.
The Brian Robson method of getting points. Yeah, the Cambridge players were doing an impression of elephants because a number of the squad have enormous ears. That much was pretty obvious. But the reason for doing it on the pitch, as Ron says, let's hear the lads explain.
Because we wanted to get on, they think it's all over.
So they thought they'd get on this programme if they looked like an elephant. Wonder where they got that idea. Gary, of course, has never been on safari to Kenya for fear of being poached. And Lee has never been to a Greasy Spoon cafe for fear of being poached. So, at the end of that round, David's team have 3 points and Gary's team have 3 points. The next round is the injury board. Each team chooses a number which reveals a sporting figure and a something or other. What we'd like to know is, how did the something or other injure the sports person? David's team first, if you'd like to pick a number.
10, please.
10, with great pleasure. Yep, that's Yorkshire's finest umpire, Dickie Bird, and a shower. So how did the shower kibosh cricket's best-known finger lifter? Funny.
It's a wee bit embarrassing because he seems to have brought his own shirt lifter with him.
Did you get a bit of soap in his eye? That can be quite nasty.
How would you get soap in your eye then? Because usually it's shampoo, isn't it?
No, I just use soap, mate, because I start washing and I just keep going. But, you know, a bit of soap in your eye can be very, very nasty. Especially if it's like a really big bit like that. And it was like wedged in, you know. He got a loofah and he made himself sore because he spent too much...
I think they've heard this one before.
No, he made himself sore with the loofah because he spent too much time in the crease.
And people said Carry On was dead.
I'm just trying to figure what they do with water in Yorkshire.
Are you a cricket fan, Ron?
Very much. I used to be, yeah.
But what?
But I'm not anymore.
Why not? 4 series in and Rory McGrath's just found the first joke he's found.
Very funny, Ron. Very funny. I used to be a cricket fan. And then what? And then I'm not anymore.
Rory will steal a joke that's been told only 20 seconds before.
We think that he walked straight into the shower and banged his head.
I think that's fair enough. 3 points, yeah.
Marvellous.
Give it all this one, just building up to
No,
it.
that isn't that accurate, but I was just getting so bored, I thought I'd give you the points. The answer is that just before the opening match of the season, Dickie poked himself in the eye with the shower nozzle and ended up with a huge shiner. Incidentally, Dickie Bird keeps homing pigeons. In fact, he's named one of them after David Gower. It goes out, flaps around a bit, and is back before you know it. Gary's team now. Pick a number, please, Gary.
8.
8.
Very good.
So, that's His Royal Highness Prince William and a golf club. So, how did the iron injure the boy Prince?
It's normally Prince Edward and irons, isn't it? Yeah, he's very good at golf, apparently, Prince William. He always finishes under par. Was that Camilla?
Did he end up in the rough?
What, you mean Sarah Ferguson? Something to do with the royal and ancient...
Princess Margaret.
golf course, I was going to say. He trod on a fag end, and the fag was really annoyed and hit him over the head with a golf club.
Yes, the answer is that when the boy Prince was on Ludgrove Prep School's private golf course, a chum brained him with a 5-iron. As soon as William was hit, little birds started twitching around his head, and then little Prince Phillips appeared and shot them. So, at the end of that round, David's team have 6 and Gary's team have 6. In our next round, we play some unusual sports-related clips and ask the teams what's going on. Gary's team, this first one's for you. Strange goings-on at a football ground, but what exactly?
Was it Swampy trying to get in without a ticket?
It was a meeting of the Scottish FA and somebody dropped 2p. Was it a Hoover?
Come on, Zoe, you're a woman, you know about hoovers.
Middlesbrough planting trees to replace their back four. Was it they detecting was it a security alert, a bomb?
No.
Was there a coded message that turned out to be one of Ron's team talks? No?
Pipes, drains, electrical, business.
Business. They were looking for a small business.
It is Jeff Chappell, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no points for that, though.
That's just something to say.
Say it again.
Jeff Chappell.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a bonus point for noticing it was Jeff Chappell then. In fact, it's the time this season when Woking's captain Kevin Brown suddenly disappeared into a large hole which had opened up in the pitch in the middle of a game against Hayes. The match was abandoned and the club then brought in a radar machine to find out if there were any more. So, a great big hole appeared in the middle of a pitch in Woking, as opposed to Birmingham, where a pitch appeared in the middle of a great big hole. OK, David Lee and Big Ron, it's a minority sport for you, but what does it involve? Any ideas?
Well, that's further than Damon Hill's been all season, isn't it?
Was that a celebrity car race between Janino and Ronnie Corbett?
That noise. I don't know what the sport is, and I don't know why they got Emily Hughes doing the commentary.
Yeah, what it is, it's something where they sand They
Yeah.
sand it. They've
Yeah.
got those miniature little cars.
Oh,
They're doing it in
lazy
strips.
fascist.
Sand it across the thing like that.
That is exactly what it is, yeah. And here indeed, you've got 3 points, is Elvis Presley to explain.
International Belt Sander Drag Racing.
And what is that?
This is it exactly. It's belt sander drag racing. Racing belt sanders. Drag racing belt sanders. One-on-one.
So it was belt sander racing, drag belt sander racing, drag belt. Sport based on a DIY tool. Life getter. The guy who was out in front at the halfway stage had a bit of a disaster. He forgot to buy an extension lead. It's easy to scoff at belt sander racing, but for BBC Sport, it's the mainstay of the new autumn schedule. So, at the end of that round, Gary's team have 6 points and David's team have 10. Our next round rudely implies that sportsmen will do anything to get their faces in the papers. We want to know what's behind these publicity photos. Gary's team, here's yours. So that's a pig and Man United goalie Peter Schmeichel. So why is that pink-snouted, narrow-eyed lump of pork holding the pig?
Peter Schmeichel, in order to put down all those rumours about him being racist, is here seen arriving with a present to a bar mitzvah.
This wasn't Schmeichel saying, I said gigs!
Is it a still from a Reebok promotion in which he's pretending to be a Danish pig farmer?
Of course it is, for 3 points. Well done, yeah. This is, in fact, as Rory says, a still from a recent Reebok ad in which Peter Schmeichel revealed that if he hadn't been a goalkeeper, he would have been a pig farmer. Other bizarre alternative careers included Ryan Giggs as a flower seller, Dennis Bergkamp as a cheesemaker, and Carlton Palmer as a footballer. It was difficult trying to do a day's filming with all that squealing, grunting and moaning going on, and in the end they had to ban Alex Ferguson from the set. So, David's team, here's your photo. That's England fast bowler Darren Gough behind bars. So why had England's finest second-rate bowler lost his freedom?
In all fairness, if he had the rest of the English team in there, it wouldn't take him long to get out, would it?
Another fine joke from Lee Van Cleef there.
Did you know that Mike Gatting was once in prison?
No, I didn't know that, David.
And they smuggled a cake in. They had another cake inside.
You want to buy more expensive crackers?
This was a charity thing where he agreed to be locked up in Armley Jail, was it, for a...
Absolutely correct.
For a day or a morning, or...
The answer is that Darren Gough pledged to stay in Armley prison until enough money had been raised to help hard-up young boys. England take on the mighty Australia this summer, but remember, it's not over until the first ball's bowled. So, at the end of that round, Gary's team have 9 and David's team have 13. It's grasp and grope time now in this next round as the teams play Feel the Sportsman. As a little twist this week, there are going to be no dogs, cars or sledges. Instead, and you'll love this, we're going to have 2 people. David and Lee, if you'd like to make your way up there, please take your blindfolds with you.
20 quid, I will be offering money for people who will shout out the name of the person who comes on.
Great.
Right.
Can we have our first mystery guest, please? It's Precious Mackenzie. OK. Your 90 seconds start now.
Drake. It's Sir Francis Drake.
Sir Francis Drake, good effort, no.
Lee, say something.
I think this bloke's got a terrible problem.
Such as?
Listen, mate, I can't help you, but the wonders of modern science. What's this? I've got the bloke.
What have you found?
I found he's on a little carpet here.
Yeah, he's not properly earthed.
What colour's the carpet?
What colour's the carpet? You asking me? Hang on, I'll just check.
Okay, time running out.
How many bowlers do we know?
Bowlers?
Bowlers?
You must
I only
know
know one.
loads, David.
David Bryant. Any good?
Oh, you're talking about other bowlers? I thought you meant cricket bowlers. I was going to say that ball's bigger than I remember.
Tony Alcott.
Sorry.
See? You knew that. David? You knew that. Gary and Rory.
Good having. Very funny, Ron. Very funny. Isn't he funny, Ron, eh? Great man. Great manager as well. What's wrong with that? More clubs than a Baffin Island baby seal.
Okay. And can we have our second mystery guest, please? Oh, by the way, I lied about there being no props. OK. And your 90 seconds start now.
What's this? Royalty. It's a horse I've backed, I think. It's a rocking horse. Is there anybody on it? Oh, Christ.
It's wooden.
What? It's nice.
It's Nick Hancock in Holding the Baby. Someone on it.
Oh, hang on. He's sitting on Darren Peacock, anyway. What am I doing? I'm trying to get on it. A jockey, flat or jump?
Rory.
Can you...
I'm feeling a little horse.
Is it Leicester Pickett, by any chance? Leicester Pickett? No? You should know. You spent a few nights in Leicester, Gary.
Steve Smith-Eccles.
Is it a jump?
John Frankham.
Carson, McCoy.
Pat Edery.
Richard Dunwoody.
Correct.
Good to see you. Go on then, off you go. This is dangerous.
So, at the end of that round, Gary's team have 12, but David's team have 13.
This is your big moment.
It's a big chance. We've reached our final round, the belt sanding, Prince Clubbing name game. The winning team goes first, and amazingly, that's David's team. Pass those over to Lee, please. Lee's doing the clues. As many names as you can in the next 90 seconds.
Hold up.
Which start
Hold up.
now.
Perm, Liverpool. Used to manage Newcastle, correct.
17.
Cricketer, Australian. His first name is the same as Wells, who won the 100 metres in the Olympics. Second name is Tunbridge Wells. He used to be on It's Not Stuart Hall. Is that Stuart Hall?
Eddie.
Oh,
it's
God.
been so long.
Surname is your name, and first name is a real dick of a name, honestly, you know. Correct. It's not your son, is it?
Well, there is rumours.
Is there? Yeah. Why'd you call him
There are
that?
rumours, go on.
You get right kicking round my way. This one is... this is a tennis... Oh, God, no, it's... Hang on. Oh, it's... you know that bloke who used to be in Tears for Fears? His name is a bit like this.
Emerson.
No. Well done. The next one, he
It said Spanish golfer, he didn't half a clue.
I didn't know it was a Spanish golfer. The next one, he led the people from Israel to freedom.
Moses, Remy Moses.
Correct. Well, I don't think he did, but yeah, I think it was the original one that did it. This one, it's a World Snooker champion, Irish bloke, just won it, beat Stephen Hendry.
Doherty.
Well, yeah.
First name?
First name.
Ken or
Correct.
John.
Right, this one is this one, you'd polish your snacks up. This is what you do here. Oh, you get a nice packet of snacks and you give them a good old polish.
Oh, I get you to do that.
You know what he advertises? He advertises crisp, and the first name is polish. Steady the...
Buff.
Correct. Well done. I knew you'd know that, sir. Yeah. Surname is, if I loved you, I'd call you...
Darling.
David Sloan. If you loved him, you'd call him more often, I think. OK, you moved on to 20, so Gary's team, 9 to win.
Oh,
Pass that across, please, Zoe.
9.
And your 90 seconds start now.
French eyebrows, Manchester United.
Cantona.
Yeah. A golfer. Oh, look at her. Oh. Hey, Gary. Oh, look at that. Kiwi, I think he is. Oh, look at her.
Turner. Brett Ogle.
Yeah, but look at her. Yeah.
Come along.
Graham Taylor used to call the stupid twat. This is the one you call the boring prat, England manager. Privately, obviously. This is a Manchester United player. His middle name sounds like he should play for Arsenal. Because he's a cannon operator.
Middle name?
His middle name.
Gunnar. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Oh, this bloke... Oh, is that the whistle? A I think he's a Thai boxer. Thai...
A rat on a pole, Dutch boy Jim.
That's good. Ex-Manchester United manager, used to be at Chelsea as well, I think.
Tommy Docherty?
No, the other one. His second name sounds like someone who rings the church bells.
Campanologist.
Manchester United. Yeah. The first syllable. The first syllable of his second name is the same as shagging. No. It's a short word. Short word. Latin for 6, if that's any help. This athlete. Her second name is.
How did you know that Thai boxer?
From playing a game, and somebody told me what it was. And how can you forget a name like that?
That's true. Good.
And I never thought it would come in handy until today. Yeah. Do you believe me?
I do. I mean, it's not the sort of thing you hear down the hairdressers, is it? And the final score is Gary's team have 17, but David's team have 20, which means that Gary Lineker wins the series by 4 games to 3. So, our thanks to David, Lee and Ron, Gary, Rory and Zoe. We're all off to the High Court with Brian Robson to get the result of the Cup final reversed. I'm Nick Hancock. They think it's all over, and until later in the year, it is now.
And that new series of They Think It's All Over will be here on BBC One in the autumn. Next tonight, Richard Gere and Andy Garcia play a dangerous game of cat and mouse in the film thriller Internal Affairs. A specially recorded edition of They Think It's All Over is available now from BBC Video.